Well, I've been squirreling away making some modifications to our Emu Xpedition. The Emu Xpedition's a 15-foot hybrid camper. It's very similar to the Star Vision and the Bushwhackers. There's a few others around that are similar. Mainly the style with the open kitchen on the side rather than a pull-out kitchen, which we really like. But there was always a bit of an issue for us, and that's that we didn't need the space for the fridge because we have the 95 litre Dometic in the back of the Land Cruiser. We didn't need to use up a whole bunch of space and weight in the camper just for a fridge when we've already got one. And we were lacking a little bit of space for things like pots and pans and other bits and pieces. So after years of having this horrible setup with two massacred plastic tubs that used to rub on the sides and wear out the rubbers and just be a real pain in the neck, I decided to do something about it. And while I was doing it, I thought I might as well make it a little bit easier for us to cook and heat things up, and a little bit easier to make a coffee on the side of the road. Now, having this kitchen open up is really good when you want to stop on the side of the road, make a quick bite to eat, or make a coffee. We store the coffee machine in here, and you can pull it out, sit it on the sink here, just plug it into the outlet here, which is switchable to the inverter, and then you could just go ahead and make coffee. It wasn't too bad at all. But now we've got a better system. We have over here the old fridge compartment. Sorry about the sun. But here we have the coffee machine permanently plugged in, and it's actually really easy to get your coffee cup in and out of there, and it's really easy to change over the water and put water in there or take that whole water container out, and it's really snug in there. It's just wedged in with the carpet there. Now we've also got a $49 microwave from Kmart, and when we open up the drawer, we have in here the storage for our pots and pans, and I put a little divider in here for the step with a little ladder, and we also put this step up in there as well, and we can put paper towel, toilet rolls, all sorts of stuff. We've also got a little power board there, which is run from the other side, which I'll show you in a minute. So this has made life so much easier. And the great thing is you can use the microwave or the coffee machine without having to pull the drawer out. So you can just pull over on the side of the road and just start making your coffee. This was another little addition that I did. It used to have these two little drawer latches there, and they were a pain, so I just got some aluminium angle, wrapped it in yellow safety tape, and tech screwed it straight in there, and that's made it one-hand operation now. Now you'll notice a couple of things. One, I'm definitely not an upholsterer. There is some pretty average work going on here, but it's the first time I've ever made anything like this, so I reckon it's still okay. Now if we go around the other side, we can see how it's plumbed in. Excuse the mess in here, or plumbed in, wired in should I say. I just drilled a hole in there that would fit the power point through, ran a 2-meter extension cord, and then just put a little bit of split tube conduit around the hole there to protect it and glued it in with the carpet glue. So that's just plugged straight into the power point there. And of course, as I said before, we can simply switch from mains to inverter, and that switches all of the power points except for the 240 volt charger and the hot water system, which are on a separate circuit there. It switches everything else over, so when we're on the road we can just have permanent 240 volt power. Now this weapon of a microwave at $49 from Kmart, the reason why I chose that was that there are specific caravan microwaves available, but they're all over $200, and looking at them I couldn't see any difference. Now I'm sure internally there's probably some differences, but gee, it really didn't look like it. I was hoping to try and find one that didn't have a glass tray in the middle, but we're just putting our glass tray into the plate drawer with the plates, with plastic plates, and seems to be holding up fine. For $49, if it goes wrong, I'll just put another one in. It's not really a big deal. Now this is only made of 7mm ply, and people are probably going to call me crazy for that, but there's a reason why I chose the 7mm ply, and that is to get the extra space. Putting 12mm ply or even 9mm ply in there would have consumed quite a lot of extra space, especially once you start putting marine carpet on there. The other thing is I didn't want to add too much weight. This actually doesn't even have a floor. The floor on this, that carpet down in there, is actually the carpet from the original tray. So having no floor in the cabinet's actually cut down on the weight by quite a substantial amount, because we don't need carpet on the floor, we don't need wood on the floor, and it's just completely unnecessary. It's also strengthened because it's wedged right inside of that metal frame. I also went through and sealed it with some outdoor Dulux paint. It's grade A marine ply, so it was ready for painting straight up. And once I painted it, when I gave it some rattle can grey paint, some primer grey, because I figured that would kind of match the rest of the inside of the area in the caravan there where it's got the grey carpet, and then got some grey marine carpet from Bunnings and stuck that on with some Sikaflex glue. And this is just wedged in there. I've actually got some notches taken out of the back here, and it actually slides in on a 45-degree angle into the back of the drawer, and then it actually had to use some silicone spray and a rubber mallet to knock it in. I built it in there, and then once I took it out and finished it off, it had somehow got a little bit bigger. Go figure. I'm not a very good carpenter. It's in there really nice and tight. Originally I was going to put some bolts in the front to hold it in, make sure it didn't jump out, but I don't think there's any worry of it coming out, and even if it did, it can't go anywhere anyway. But what I did do to try and counteract some of the weakness of the 7mm ply is that I bolted everything with bolts and nuts and washers rather than using screws. But I also made this section here halfway between the length of the microwave. So that section there that holds the coffee machine in nice and snug is actually weight bearing, and that's going to stop this from bowing and hopefully from breaking anything here. The microwave also has top and bottom brackets holding that in, so there's a lot going on there. Now, to secure the microwave, I just used the existing screws on the side of the microwave itself, and then just put brackets on there. And they don't look fantastic in that bit of video there, but they are actually perfectly fine, and it's in nice and strong. Again, bolted with washers, and it all seems to be fairly strong. So I think if we're going to break that box there, I think there's going to be a lot of other things breaking in that camper, and the broken parts of this are going to be the least of our worries. So all in all, it took a little while, but it's not a massive job, but it did take probably the best part of a week of tinkering away with it after work each day. But I'm pretty happy with how it's come out. It's my first go, as I said, making something like that, and I reckon it looks pretty neat, especially from a distance. Let's just say if you squint, it's mint. But anyway, I thought I'd show you that, and I thought you'd appreciate that for a bit of an idea. Not everyone's cup of tea, obviously. If you need the fridge to go in there, then that's not going to work for you. But if you're like a lot of us and you've already got a decent sized fridge in the car and you need some extra space for storage in the camper, that's a really good idea. And the idea of having the microwave there, well, you don't need a microwave, but it weighs 10 kilos, and man, it's really handy to have. So for 49 bucks, why wouldn't you? If you like some of the content on here, please feel free to like the video, subscribe, share, all that kind of jazz. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.